Welcome back to the WDS Originals YouTube channel. My name's Jason and this is my Alpina D3 Coupe. Now those of you that watched last week's episode will know that when we bought this car, it wasn't too healthy. That engine was originally knocking. And as a result of that, we took the engine out of this car in order to rebuild it. Not only did we do that, but we also removed the engine from a 123D just in case we needed a spare engine, in case this Alpina engine was completely toast. As you're aware, if you watched the previous episode, these two cars share the exact same engine and they are identical. So our aim is to try and rebuild the original Alpina engine, but if that engine is too far gone, then we will be using that 123D engine. And of course, whichever way we go, we will be adding some upgrades to this car. So stick around and enjoy today's episode. Now I'm just going to interject the video here and introduce some of the biggest news that we have to date. We're going to be raffling off some of the cars that we build on the WDS Originals YouTube channel. And I thought what better car to start with than this incredibly rare Alpina D3. Yes, that's right, you guys can head over to the WDS Originals website and simply purchase a ticket in order to win this car. Now this particular car is going to be raffled at incredibly low odds and also a relatively low ticket price. We're going to be offering tickets at just £20 and there's only going to be 899 tickets available for any of you guys at home to win. Now we're also going to be doing a live giveaway and we're going to be giving this car away at Ultimate BMW. Now that show is in just over a month's time on the 26th of April. So I'm going to invite you guys to come join us where we're going to have the V10 E92 on show and also this Alpina D3 where one of you lucky winners will have the opportunity to potentially drive that car home if you are there at the show. And of course, if you're not there at the show, we'll give you a phone call and organise the collection or delivery at a later date. But of course, guys, if you want to help me and help the WDS Originals brand and support the journey, then head over to the website, grab yourself a ticket, and of course, potentially win an Alpina D3. So I guess what this means is I've got quite a lot of work to do in a very short space of time. So let's get cracking. Now what we have here is the Alpina's original engine. Now I have a sneaky suspicion that this car has actually bent a rod or alternatively done a set of bearings. And the only way we're going to diagnose this properly is by flipping it over and taking the sump off. Now that's quite a messy job, but one thing I can do quickly just to confirm whether it has bent a rod is quickly whip these injectors out. I can put a screwdriver down each bore, turn the engine over to TDC and measure the heights. That will simply tell me whether this engine is reusable or whether it's toast. Because if it's not bent a rod, we can chuck a set of bearings in it and obviously go again. But if it's bent a rod, that is an entire engine rebuild, and at that point, I'd rather go down the 123D engine. So let's start taking this apart and understanding what's gone on. So with all the hard lines now out the way, we can access those injector bolts and start actually taking them out. And as per normal, these injectors are in a pretty sorry state. Fortunately for me, I was able to pull these out pretty easily. Sometimes these can be a bit of a sod, but today I got quite lucky. Now what we have here is a nice long skinny screwdriver. Yes, it's a Phillips head, but that doesn't matter. All we need is for the shaft to be skinny enough to go down and through the injector port. So with a little bit of guidance, we pop that in there. And now with a ratchet on the actual main crank, we can actually turn this engine over. And as you can see, that is going up and down according to the engine stroke. Now what we need to do is get this to TDC, which is there. And then we need to measure the height between here and here and do that across all the cylinders. Once we've done that, we can compare, and if one of those is slightly shorter, then we know that we have a bent rod. So onto that very last one. Rotate this around so that it's at the top. see, that is bang on the top, and that is a lot shorter. That is 1050, so that's about a centimetre shorter than the other three. So my sneaky suspicion that we had a bent rod is exactly correct. So this engine is completely toast. So we're going to go with the 123D engine and put some goodies on that too.
Ryan Little.
So with the car now on the floor, we can do these engine mounts up from above and focus on everything on top. We've got all this wiring to address and also the mess inside that ECU box. But I'll be honest, I'm probably going to pick this up tomorrow as I'm absolutely shattered from all of today's work. The following day, I made use of some of that daylight and cracked on getting this car fully plumbed up and also wired accordingly. So what we have here is the 123D ECU that matches the engine, but we need to pair it to everything inside this Alpina. This is the DC converter, often known as the Wandler, which also sits inside that ECU box. Now this swap is pretty much a direct plug and play and will just require a little bit of coding. So we're going to pop everything back in this ECU box, plug it all in and worry about the coding in a little bit. After installing all of the engine bay plastics, it was time to focus on the front end. This involved fitting the slam panel, the headlights, and putting that bumper on once and for all. We needed to make sure this was lined up perfectly, as this was going to be the final fit. Once this was done, we were able to stand back and admire the work. We even put some finishing touches, like the original Alpina cover, on that 123D engine. Obviously being the same engine, this felt justified. Next we needed to add some fluids, to which we started with the coolant, but obviously we're not going to be able to bleed this up just yet until this car is all coded. Now one other thing I am going to do is leave all the under trays off of this car so that we can check for leaks once we actually get this thing started. So it's just gone 8:30, the Alpina is pretty much done, it's all back together, and all I've got to do is a little bit of coding. We need to pair that 123D ECU to the CAS module inside this Alpina, and then once that's done, we can drive this car out of the workshop. Now you can do this coding process in a number of ways. You can use some of the BMW software on a laptop, or alternatively, you could use a diagnostic machine capable of pairing the CAS module to the ECU. Now I'm not going to show you guys exactly how I do this, as I don't want to be responsible for corrupting anybody else's ECUs, but there's plenty of videos online if you do want to understand this process. So now with that coding process complete, it's time to go and grab the key and start this car up. So with that, I'm going to call it a day, but I'm going to invite you to join me next week where we're going to be focusing on the cosmetics like these rear tail lights, upgrading the stickers down the side of the car, and also fitting a big brake kit so that one of you guys that wins this car really does get something special. If you want the opportunity to win this car, head over to the WDS Originals website where you can grab a ticket for just £20. And of course, if you do so, you'll be supporting me and also the WDS Originals brand, so that moving forwards, we can hopefully raffle off even bigger and better cars. Once again, I want to thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next week.